Lamar Vikings. In an effort to get the game going quickly today to beat any potential rain, we will not be doing the typical starting lineups followed by the national anthem. Once the coaches and the umpires have their home plate meeting, game will begin basically at that point. But I'm going to go through the starting lineups for you now, just in case you want to keep track of what's going on. First, the starting lineup for the Martin Warriors. Batting first in center field will be Eli Nunez. Batting second and third base is number 19, Zach Hudspeth. Batting third at second base is number 2, Ethan Carroll. Batting fourth, right fielder number 7, Kyle Franklin. Batting fifth at first base, number 9, Colin Adams. Batting sixth at catcher, number 16, Matt Carter. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 3, Cooper Nohenick. He's batting for the starting pitcher, number 25, Patrick Hale. Hale on the mound. Batting eighth in left field, number 4, Justice Hayes. Batting ninth at shortstop, number 11, Todd Baffa. Starting lineup for your Lamar Vikings at shortstop, batting first, number 2, Cameron Weil at short. Batting second at second base, number 7, Harrison Griffith at second. Batting third at first base, number 15, Braden Chambers at first. Batting fourth at third base, number 14, Brendan Schaefer at third. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 16, Bradley Missel the DH. He's batting for left fielder number 10, Juan Rosa in left. Batting sixth, right fielder number 9, Jared De La Parra in right. Batting seventh, the catcher number 13, Colt Fuller at catcher behind the plate. Batting eighth on the mound, starting pitcher number 1, Evan Zelm on the mound for the Vikings. Batting ninth, center fielder number 11, Nate Howe in center. The rest of your Lamar Vikings are Ben Sudbury, Matthew Clark, P.J. Garrison, Zach Hall, Andrew Gladback, Jackson Walker, Cade Mason, Preston Gomez. The manager is Yadi Paigan, and the coaches are Damon Evans and Paul Kino. We will get underway as soon as the umpires are on the field and ready to go. In the meantime, the concession stand is open with all kinds of great things to eat or drink. Be sure and have late lunch or early dinner at the ballpark, a great way to enjoy the game. And remember, as always, when you're finished with your eats and drinks, please put your trash in the cans, not the stands. Let's keep the Lamar Viking Diamond a beautiful place to be. Today's game is sanctioned by the University Interscholastic League, being played according to all of its rules and regulations. Please remember, good sportsmanship is not only shown on the field by the umpires, the coaches, and the players. Let's all be great role models as we support both teams in today's game. Starting battery for your Lamar Vikings. Behind the plate, the catcher, number 13, Colt Fuller. Fuller behind the plate. And on the mound for your Vikings, number 1, Evan Zelm. Zelm is on the mound for the Vikings. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the first inning, your shortstop, number 2, Cameron Weil. So Cameron Weil will come up to the plate to lead off, as usual, for the Vikings here in the bottom of the first inning. The Warriors got one in the top of the first. We're trying to fight our technology issues. First pitch low for ball 1. Pitch count too, bud. Don't forget. Thanks. If you need me to do this, I can. All right, Weil steps out, looks at his signals from Coach Kino at third. Ready, here's the next pitch. Outside, ball 2. Well, team effort. If you hear some talk in the background, we're trying to get things established for our signal on the air card. Unfortunately, having some trouble. Strike 1. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. This game originally scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. tonight, but because of forecasted storms, moved up to a 4 o'clock start. Try the entire game in before the rain hits. JV still scheduled to play at 6 o'clock over at Martin High School. Weil fouls that one away back over toward the parking lot, and the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. High and outside. Ball full count now for Cameron Weil. Here's the payoff pitch. Fly ball that's going to go foul out of play in the Vikings bullpen. And another payoff pitch. That goes foul back to the net. So, just as the first batter for the Warriors did against Evan Zelm, our pitcher now, Cameron Weil, leadoff, is getting into the pitch count a little bit of Patrick Hale. He's fouled off at least 2. Count still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The next pitch, and he draws a walk. Number 7, second baseman, Harrison Griffith. So Cameron Weil draws the walk after getting into a full count and then a couple of foul balls, working it, earning that walk. And Harrison Griffith, the right-handed second baseman for the Vikings, sophomore, playing at the varsity level for the Vikings all season. In a little bit occasionally. It was stronger before the game. First pitch grabs the outside corner for strike 1. Probably not a long ball hitter's game today with the wind. Ever so often that flag in center field drops down to nothing. Chambers definitely capable of hitting one deep and maybe over the fence if anyone is. He's looking at an 0-1 count now. Pitcher taking his time. Patrick Hale on the mound for the Warriors. He steps off, looks back at second. Cameron Weil retreats to second, no throw. Corners are playing in a little bit, watching for the bunt possibly. First baseman a few steps into the grass. Third baseman at the curve of the grass on the base path. He tries to bunt. Bunts it over to the Vikings dugout. One of the players trying to catch it with his hat, but it fell harmlessly down into the ground. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes, with the runner still at first and second. Hale, a deliberate pitcher. Chambers now fouls one back. The count stays at 0-2. Count still 0-2. Hale steps off the mound again. No one moves over towards second, but Weil retreats. Now he's going to get back. He's got a pretty healthy lead over there when no one's holding him tight. Infield playing at pretty much normal depth. The third baseman in fair amount. Foul ball back over the stands. So Braden Chambers having that 2-strike approach, being effective now. He's fouled off a few of them in a row. That's what he has to do to stay alive until he can draw a ball or get that base hit. Deep fly ball would be helpful, but here's a pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. Not for a lack of trying, though. The next batter for the Vikings, third baseman number 14, Brendan Schaefer. So Brendan Schaefer will make his first appearance in the game tonight. He's the cleanup hitter for the Vikings. 1 out and 2 on, still the runners at first and second. Patrick Hale, the pitcher, takes plenty of time between pitches. Here's the first pitch. It's fouled away. Now with an 0-1 count, the right-handed Schaefer waiting patiently in the batter's box. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled back straight toward us, but the netting keeps it in the field of play, and it goes now to 0-2. So just like the previous batter, Braden Chambers had, immediately gets to an 0-2 count. Now Schaefer will be using the 2-strike approach, trying to move the runners off of first and second. Hale steps off the mound. Cameron Weil retreats to second. Neither the shortstop nor the second baseman made a move over there, but Weil, just watching the pitcher like he should, retreats back. Harrison Griffith, the runner at first. Good lead. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and now the Vikings have 2 outs with 2 on. Designated hitter number 16, Bradley Missile. All right, so Bradley Missile now steps up to the plate. Now there's 2 outs with 2 on. Here's the first pitch to Missile, inside corner for strike 1. Nobody has a base hit for either team tonight. Nunez, the leadoff for the Warriors, drew a walk and made his way around the bases and scored. We've had a walk and I believe catcher's interference call for the Vikings in the bottom of the first. Here's the next pitch, curveball. They throw to first, but in drawing the throw back to first, Cameron Weil makes it over to second. So that changes things up a little bit now. The catcher's going to have to be careful. The pitcher will have to be careful because a wild pitch or a pass ball likely scores Cameron Weil from third. Now with runners at the corners, Harrison Griffith has a better opportunity for stealing, especially against a right-handed pitcher who's facing more towards third base. Count 1-1 to Bradley Missel. Here's the pitch. Down the middle or on the outside edge for strike 2. 1-2. Boy, you got that feeling in the air that every single pitch counts in a game like this, where the 2 games this week decide the district championship. Both teams headed to the playoffs, but now they're playing for pride and championship and seeding in the playoff tournament that begins a week from Friday. Winner of this game will play, both these teams will play teams from District 3. Now Harrison Griffith, uncontested going to second, but swing and a miss for C. So we strand 2 with the 3 strikeouts. It's 1-0 Martin. We'll be back. Leading off in the top of the second inning, first baseman number 9, Colin Adams. Colin Adams will make his first plate appearance of the game for the Warriors.